Hey guys, it's Armfro here. Got a roulette rotation battle here against Cloudsliberation. As you see, we got a pretty even team. I got two weather guys on my team, but I also have my war turtle, my Evilite war turtle that I got from Ridley. So we'll see what happens. I have to start off with Scyther, Polytoad, and Meloetta. I have like two Evilite guys on my team. I got a pretty defensive team, to be honest. And he got Venusaur, Houndoom, and Sharpedo as his first guys. I'm going to switch over here and go for U-turn. I really thought he was going to switch into Sharpedo or Houndoom, predicting the Psychic switch from Meloetta. But he actually stays in. Makes me think that he would do something, or I really don't know what he was going for. So I was like, okay, who's the guy I would like to sleep the most? And he goes for Leech Seed, which is weird. I wasn't really expecting that. This is my Spexpert with special attacking Swampert with Choice Specs. As you see, it's just kind of weird set that he put me into. But now I'm gonna switch into Scyther. Gonna go for the Aerial Ace, thinking that he's probably just going to stay in with his Venusaur, and he does very weirdly. But I OHKO the Venusaur with the Aerial Ace. That is, well, I am mostly offensive Scyther there with some defensive stats. So I easily OHKO the Scyther, and he goes into his Beartick. I'm going to switch into Polytoad, predicting the Ice or Water move. Even if he goes into his Houndoom, I'm not going to take much damage at all. And I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. This is my Scarfed Polytoad, which is kind of a weird set, but I kind of make it work in this game. He actually goes for the Bulldoze, which is a Steel type. No, is this Steel type move? It might be. No, it's an Earth move that decreases my speed. It's a very weird set that you have on this, guys. We both have very weird sets on our Pokemon. But of course, that's what roulette rotations are supposed to do. So now, I'm actually thinking of... I'm pretty sure I want my Polytoad to live, so I can come in with the sun, with the rain. So I'm going to go into my Meloetta, thinking that he's going to go for this again, but he actually goes for the Ice Punch. Meloetta does not really have very good defense. It has really good special defense, but I have a rather bulky Meloetta here. I called it Angie. I don't really know why. I guess it reminds me of my cousin Angelina, but I don't remember making this guy. It's been a while since I made these guys. So right here, I'm going to switch into my Swampert. I'm going to go for the Earth Power, thinking, okay, if he switches into Houndoom, it's dead. If he switches into Sharpedo, it's going to take a huge amount with the Spect Earth Power, and it'll kill this Beartick. So it is pretty much the win-win-win situation for me. So I easily take out the Beartick, and he doesn't get Leech Seed recovery because I killed his Pokemon. So now he's going to go into his Massacre, which is, I had to look this guy up. It is Girder, which is Conkeldurr's de-evolution. He probably has Evilite, so I'm really not liking this matchup. So I'm going to go into Polytoad, thinking that I'm going to die here, not really wanting to actually take a hit from this guy, but he actually goes for the Payback, probably predicting my Meloetta switch. But I go into Polytoad, gonna go for the Hydro Pump. It misses, sadly. I guess I have a 75% chance of hitting the guy, but I mean, it's gonna happen sometimes. You're gonna miss some attacks. So he actually goes for the Stone Edge. Doesn't really kill my guy because Polytoad's natural bulk, and I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump, and it hits, and that's gonna hurt because the Stab and the Rain Boost. Increasing the 120 power by 1.5 and 1.5 again. He's going to go for the Drain Punch to get a little health. Because of his Evilite, he's not going to get Leftovers recovery. So now I can easily switch into my War Turtle, my Donatello. It is the most annoying War Turtle in existence. I'm going to go for the Toxic, even if he does have Guts. I have the most annoying set in existence. I have Sub, Protect, Toxic, and Dive. Dive brings me down underground for a turn, underwater for a turn. I mean, Earthquake won't hit me, Thunder won't hit me, and I dodge his attack, which increases the Toxic damage building up on him. It is just a literally stall Pokemon, which annoys the hell out of people in the rain because of his rain dish, which increases his leftovers damage, and Evil Light, which increases his defense and special defense. So I'm going to switch into Meloetta, thinking that I'm going to either go for the sub or dive, and I'm going to go for the Psychic just to easily take out this Conkeldurr. I'm pretty sure this is a leftovers Meloetta. Yes, it is. It is a special. It is the defensive Meloetta with with mostly offensive stats, offensive attacks. He's going to go into his Absolution, which is his Metachan. As I'm going to switch into Scyther, pretty much anything he does with Metachan except for Ice Punch, I can easily take it out. And I'm also faster because of Scyther's natural speed. I'm going to go for the Aerial Ace. That's going to hurt. Number 1, because it's Stab, and 2, Technician, and it just destroys in the Metachan. Metachan has no defense at all, so I'm easily going to take it out. He's going to go into a Sharpedo, which I am utterly terrified of. Why? Well, Sharpedo gets Speed Boost. And if he sets up with the Sharpedo, I'm royally screwed. But looking, he goes for the sub as I switch into my Donatello and sub, thinking that he'd either go for the Crunch or the Waterfall. I get a little leftover to cover with the Rain Dish, and right now I'm going to go for the U-turn. Seeing that he didn't get the Speed Boost makes me think that he doesn't have it. Which means he has rough skin, which is kind of weird. But I switch into Meloetta thinking that he'd either go for the Protect or the Waterfall or something, predicting my switch. But he goes for the Crunch, and that kills my Meloetta, sadly, as I'm going to go into Fizzy, which is my Spexpert, which is going to hurt this guy a lot. He's going to go for the Crunch, as it does a pretty good chunk to me because I don't have that much defensive stats, but Swampert's natural bulk is just going to let him live and fire off a Spect Earth Power on this guy. And that's going to easily break the sub. But sadly, one thing happens. I really don't have that much to do against this guy. If he had Speed Boost, I'd be in big trouble. But luckily for me, he doesn't. And now I can switch into my Ninetales. For one thing, it would bring out the Sun, and 2, I have Solar Beam on this guy, which would would completely destroy the Sharpedo. But I'm going to switch into my Scyther, predicting him to predict my Solar Beam and go for the Bug Bite, thinking that it's neutral damage, going to do a lot of damage to the Houndoom. But he actually stays in, goes for the Crunch. I'm going to take it very easily and go for the Aerial Ace on this guy. And that's going to completely destroy his Sharpedo. I take some rough skin damage, which I'm not really scared of. These are my last 3 guys, and he's down to his last Pokemon. My Donatello is behind a sub, so I'm pretty good in that department. I'm going to switch into my Ninetales. Go for the Hidden Power, thinking that I have Hidden Power Fighting. I think that's what I did. Why the heck did I switch into Ninetales? I'll go for the Toxic, duh. Because I don't want him to break my sub, just in case he had some sort of grass move or something. But now I'm gonna switch into my Donatello, which is my Wartortle, my Evil Lighted Wartortle, and just go for the dive, and hopefully thinking that dive will do some damage even in the sun. But only thing he really has against me is Dark Pulse, and Dark Pulse isn't gonna break my sub. Just because... No, my bad, it did break my sub. Holy crap. That's a power... Oh, it's because Life Orb. He has Life Orb, which is completely draining him. With the dive for me going underwater, it's gonna pretty much clinch the game. Because he has Life Orb damage, Toxic damage, that is doing over time. He's gonna go again. Of course, I'm underwater, so it's not gonna hit me. Then I'm gonna do dive and completely and do some damage. It's not gonna do that much damage because of the sun, but it does a pretty good chunk. And then leftovers. I mean, Toxic is just gonna end it for him. So after this last turn, I'm gonna switch into my Scyther. Just go for the quick attack. So that'll be a good game, Cloudsliberation. It was a very fun. We had one before this. I kind of 6-0'd him, but this was a better match. It was a solid 3-0. So good game. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and stay classy, guys.